Hello.
Hi.
So we are new to YouTube together.
Hi, yeah.
Somebody over here already has a channel with 5 subscribers. But
Whoop, whoop.
you are now watching a working title, Husband and Noobs. It means boobs. And the whole goal of this channel is for me to introduce the noobs to awesome, amazing new things that she may not have experienced on her own because they're not really in her wheelhouse. She's not interested in it. And then she'll talk about if she liked it or if she hated it. Okay? Today we want to do, this is going to be a kind of different video than what we plan to do in the future. It's more of a reaction video to the movie Creed.
That's the toughest opponent you're ever going to have to face. I believe that's true in the ring, and I think that's true in life. Now show me something.
Now, if you're not familiar with Creed, Creed is coming out this Thanksgiving weekend, and it is a continuation of the Rocky Balboa series starring Sylvester Stallone. Except for this movie, it doesn't star Sly Stallone. He is in it. He is a huge part in it. But it stars Michael B. Jordan, Felicia Rashad, of course, Sylvester Stallone, and then a woman who looks very much like Lisa Bonet from The Cosby Show.
Yeah.
Not short haircut Lisa Bonet, but about to go to college, then a different world, then back to The Cosby Show Lisa Bonet.
Yeah, the one that was Raven Simone's mama.
With the long braids.
That mama?
The long braids. That is the Lisa Bonet we're talking about.
Yeah. The one that we see around the streets.
The one that exists now.
Yeah.
That Lisa Bonet.
Yeah.
Follows the new career of Donnie Johnson, a.k.a. Adonis Creed, who is the son of the amazing fighter Apollo Creed from the Rocky movie. See how that all ties in together? And of course, no matter what he does, he has a great job. Well, it appears to be a great job. He just got promoted, but he wants to fight. He can't help but fight. It's in his blood. I'm not giving too much away. That's not a spoiler. You didn't really have much detailed information about the Rocky series.
No.
You know about Rocky as far as the pop culture phenomenon that it was, and
yes,
and in the way that certain movies like Jurassic Park and Rocky and Jaws are just a part of the pop culture of our country.
This is what I know about Rocky. Adrian! And that's it.
Yes. What did you think about the movie? What is your overall, give me your top 3 things that you want to talk about. I know it's hard to break down to just 3 things, but what are the top 3 things you want to talk about with this movie?
I loved it. Okay, so number 1, this is not a love or a hate or anything like that, but I just really can't imagine them doing Creed 1, Creed 2, Creed 3.
But they probably also said that when they made Rocky 1. Because Sly
that flows off the tongue a little bit better than Creed 1, Creed 5.
Well, they could always change up titles,
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so positives though. Positives, because
yes, keep it positive. Your top 3 things about this film.
Those 2 weren't good or bad. It was just something.
Yeah, your top 3 things.
It was beautifully shot.
Beautiful.
It honestly, there were some points in the movie where I was like, "This is like a found footage movie. This is really, really." This is really, really authentic and nice. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm peeping in on somebody's business and I don't even know if I should be looking, but I want to continue to look because I want to find out what happens in the story. So,
which is a testament to, I think, what might be something else you love about the movie. Could be wrong. Don't want to put words in your mouth. Is the authenticness of the actors in this film.
No. The love story. It was really, really nice. I feel like it was such a beautiful relationship. That was about to happen, that was emerging as the movie progressed. So,
speaking of the issue with the character, because honestly, every character in this movie has an issue. The movie is about fighting, and you're fighting not just in the ring, but you're fighting something in your life. So every character, it's not really a spoiler. Every character from Rocky to Creed to Creed's mother to his love interest, they all are fighting something.
Yes.
But with her in particular, she has something progressive that's happening with her character. And so I really can't wait to see if there is a Creed 2 or whatever they decide to name it. They could just reverse it and just call it Adonis. That I wonder if that progressiveness will follow through. Because I loved while it was kind of obvious, I've seen it before, I love the comparison between what she's fighting for in the movie and something that she loves in the movie.
Yes.
And so I would love to see how that progresses throughout the franchise, if there is a franchise.
Yes. For the acting also was so authentic and good.
So
and
good.
Some of the lines in the movie, I don't know if they were ad-libbed or whatever, but it was as if it really was real life. Like, I really did get lost a lot of times in what was happening in the movie with the people. And there were a lot of things that weren't said, and I still felt...
Yeah.
You know, the emotions and things like that. So, that would be number 2. Number 1.
That was 3 things.
I already said 3?
Yeah. You said, what's your 4th thing?
What is my 4th thing? Let me think about it. Oh, the homages, to the previous Rocky movies. Now,
yeah.
I have not seen much
not
of
a
the
one.
previous
not a
Rocky
one,
movies.
Not a one.
No.
I couldn't get it.
No.
Couldn't pay her to watch it.
No.
Not a one.
Well, no, you could take... it's not that I didn't want to watch it. It's just so subtle. It wasn't in your face. It was really, really subtle. And it was things that were, you know, pretty signature about the movies, but they did it in such a subtle way.
You're 100%.
Yeah.
You hit everything on the head. And I'm so happy that you enjoyed the film because, again, she went into this film blind. She saw one trailer. Mm-hmm. That was it.
That I barely remembered.
Yeah, she barely remembered.
Yeah.
And that was it. And she really enjoyed it. I would, if I could piggyback on what she was just saying, I agree with her 100%. This movie is beautifully shot. The director, Roger Ray, whatever his name is, he did such a great job.
He really did.
This movie obviously takes place in Philadelphia. Don't worry, they're not changing up stories. Yes, Apollo Creed is still from LA, so yes, Adonis Creed is also from LA. But if you want to be a great boxer in a film, you apparently have to travel to Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And
it seems likely.
And it was just really authentic. It was awesome. The love story for me was good. It needed to be there. You know,
for me.
And for the female demographic and for the story as a whole.
Well, I don't know if all females would be interested, but I'm just one of those.
I think they would.
It honestly broke up the monotony. It honestly did.
Well, these are my opinions. Their relationship at least felt authentic because everybody in this movie is so good. Like, I feel like people in this movie had to like live together in a house for a month because everybody just seems amazing. Even Rocky with Creed's love interest, even they were authentic together. The few times that they interacted with each other, it was amazing.
Well, even the opponents. Like, it was really difficult to tell, and I still to this moment don't even know.
And we're not
who was an actor and who was.
And we're not sure if the opponents for Michael B. Jordan were not boxers or not. But if they weren't, great job.
Yeah.
If you were boxers in real life, great job. Either way, you did amazing. Mm-hmm. You did fantastic. If you are a fan of Rocky movies like I am, or you're not a fan of them like she is, you still get a modern story with an injection of nostalgia. Like, it's perfect. And you feel it. Even if you never saw a Rocky film, you feel the nostalgia when it happens.
Yes.
And if you're worried about Michael B. Jordan not being the front of this movie, he is. He kind of, at some points, he kind of has a co-lead with Sly. You know, Rocky's an awesome, amazing, historical, iconic character in film, so you can't just have him in the background. But Creed is the star of this movie. Michael B. Jordan carries this movie on his super broad, manly, worked out boxer shoulders. Yeah. It was like, he got into amazing shape for this film.
He did, but he kind of looked like a Slim Jim.
He kind of did. There's some scene where his arms look really big, and then the next scene they did not. Did you notice that? Yeah. You find out what happened with him, Paulie, Adrian, his son, everything. And somewhat spoiler if you haven't seen the other Rocky movies, you find out who won that fight between Rocky and Apollo. Right now we're going to spoil it just a little bit, not a lot, still here. 2 things. You do see a certain pair of trunks that I think even if you've never seen a Rocky movie before, when they see these trunks. They make a big deal of it, and you're like, oh, that's amazing. They were beautiful. Yeah. There's a special pair of trunks that show up. You'll love it. And Rocky's theme is in this movie. Adonis now has his own theme that kind of plays throughout the movie, and I feel like they added to it, and it kind of crescendoed at the end, and you really hear it hard, obviously, in the credits. But you hear Rocky's theme at the perfect point in this movie, and it is priceless. Now you are no longer a noob. You are now engaged. You now know about Adonis Creed. How would you convince another pair of noobs to go see this movie?
I'd say it is really, aside from it being really long
and graphic, it's violent.
Yeah.
There's only 3 fights. There's a couple other fights just sprinkled in.
It was really worth
that seasoning, but there's 3 fights and they get pretty graphic.
It was really worth my time. I mean, it was such a good movie. It's just, I don't know. It's just such a beautiful story.
It really
is good.
What would the noobs give this movie?
A solid 9.
Nice. Whatever you have to do, get her to go to this movie. You can make it a date night. You want to see it earlier if you can, and have dinner after. You'll have a bunch to talk about. But you'll love it. It's a great movie. This is a great movie for Thanksgiving. Great movie for family. Like we said, it is graphic, so please be aware that there are blood spatters, and it's a boxing movie. What do you expect? But kids will love it. Parents will love it. Grandparents who saw Rocky will love this movie. So you can take you leave somebody at home, like that one cousin you don't like, leave them at home with the kids that are too young, and then take everybody. We all have that one cousin. So that was our review reaction thing about the movie Creed. We loved it. Our scales, both mine, both hers, 9 out of 10 from the noobs. Yeah. You're gonna go into this movie thinking Rocky. You're gonna leave this movie remembering Creed. It is incredible. So thank you for watching. We don't know what the channel is going to turn into, but the idea now is for me to introduce these pair of noobs to new stuff and see her reaction to it. So thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you'll watch videos in the future, and we'll see you soon.